what band or album, like when you first heard them, however many years ago, really sort of changed your perception of music?
Breach, It's Me God, Breach, Venom, Breach, Collapse, Refused, The Shape of Punk to Come, Neurosis, Times of Grace, and Enemy of the Sun earlier, but Times of Grace was the album that really got me. Also because I saw them live for the first time around then. It was 1998, I think, and it was the most epic thing I've ever seen. Swans, Soundtrack for the Blind. There's heaps of albums that were really important, but those are probably among the most important ones for me.
Okay. On sort of the language barrier, do you think people do it aesthetically? For example, do you think your lyrics work better in English than in German or whatever? Or do you think it's done for marketability?
Lots of different levels of that question.
Yeah.
Lyrically, it's very hard for me to write in German, although it's my mother tongue for some reason. It's probably because of the structure of the language, you know, that has like really long words and very complicated grammar. Yeah. There are bands who do it, like Rammstein, for example. I don't want to take them as an example for the ocean though. But no, I mean it's possible. You know, it's just something that I've never thought so much about because I'm pretty fluent in English, and it's also, of course, always the matter of communication. We always toured internationally. Even our first tour went outside of Germany. The first tour we ever played in 2002 was playing squats and punky tiny venues. We went to like Czech and Poland, and people don't speak German there. Yeah. So you know, we wanted to reach everyone, and that's why English is just the most international language. And that's why we stuck with English from the beginning. When those 4 Swiss guys that I'm playing with right now, the other 4 members of the Ocean in this current lineup, entered the band, they barely spoke any English. They're all native French speakers. But they have learned very well over the years. We are communicating in English within the band, although they speak French among themselves. I speak French too. I just don't speak, if that makes sense. Like I understand everything. I've learned it in school for 7 years. Yeah. I get everything they say, but I'm just a bit too lazy to speak, and I don't really like the language, I have to say. It's not about French people. It's just my tongue is not made for speaking French, I think. But like they speak French among themselves. We speak English, and a lot of times now they speak English among themselves too, which is cool because it shows how comfortable they've gotten with it. Yeah. You know, when we're touring outside of France or Switzerland, you have to speak English. When you're talking to people in Croatia or in Ukraine or in the US or in the UK, you gotta speak English. You gotta be able to do interviews in English, to talk, especially as a vocalist, to talk to the crowd somehow. We don't really do that so much. You know, we're not like the entertainer band that is like, you know, cheering people up, but still, like, you always have to communicate with people giving you a place to stay or whatever, and English is just a language that works everywhere, and that's why we've decided to go with this language. However, I would find it very interesting to have like a French song, or maybe even a German song. There's at least a song with a German title on the new album. There's a song with a French title on Aeolian called Une saison en enfer. It's a stay in hell, or a season in hell. That's a poem by Arthur Rimbaud, one of my favorite French poets. So yeah, it would be cool to work with different languages, but that would probably make it even more pretentious in the end, I think. I mean, I remember this German band Monochrome, really good band actually, and they had like a female and a male vocalist, and they were singing English, German, and French, and sometimes mixing it within one song. And it was just too artsy and too intellectual, highbrow at the end, you know, that it was like, oh, come on guys, just, you know, speak your mother tongue or sing in English or whatever, but don't mix like in the same sentence French with German and English. It was a bit too much. So
what comes first for you, lyrics or the music? Like, do you come up with lyrics first and then make the music to them, or do you come up with the music first and then make the lyrics?
Chronologically, music. Yeah. I always write music first, and lyrics and vocals are the last part of the process. However, I do write music these days with vocal lines in mind. Usually not with lyrics, but with vocal phrasing and vocal melodies in mind. Because it's just important for, like, I've been in the situation too many times where I had an awesome riff or an awesome song, and trying to write vocals over it was just turned out to be a bitch, you know, like, because it was too complicated to really do something, or certain parts needed to be longer in order to accommodate the vocals or the lyrics. So I try to write with the lyrics in mind, but essentially the music is first and then everything else.
Cool. Is this what you've got now for your lineup? Is that pretty solid? Is that going to change, or?
That is absolutely solid, and that's gonna stay for a while.
Good.
Hopefully, I've finally found the musicians that I've been looking for a long, long time. I trust every single one of the members in this band 100%. I don't program all the drum fills anymore as I used to, or the bass lines. I don't write everything myself anymore. There are songs on the new album that Jonah wrote, or the guitarist, and when I first heard them I was like, that's fucking wicked awesome. This sounds like the ocean, although I haven't written it. And that's the position I always wanted to be in, you know, to play with people that understand me, that know where I'm coming from, and that they're, you know, to be in a band where we're all in the same boat and want to achieve the same thing. And that's the case now. That has not been the case for many, many, many years, and I'm very happy about that, and I really hope this lineup's going to last. I'm very confident it will.
North American tour, anything?
Yes.
Anything coming?
April 15th to May 15th. It's already confirmed, but not officially announced, so I can't give you details. We are going to be supporting another quite bigger band than us.
In the same vein as you, or like kind of like Dillinger? You're not allowed to say, are you?
Hard to say. No, I can't tell you which band it is. It's a very good band.
Okay.
They're over the top musicians, and
Sure you can't tell me if I turn the camera off?
they draw lots of people over there. We're gonna be on 2nd out of 4, so we'll have a fairly good slot, I think, and it's gonna be like 1,000 to 2,000 cap venues, so it's gonna be a very good tour, I think.
Yeah, that was the only thing that's a bit disappointing, obviously, that you're first on and not second.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, the other English writer, he turned up to your show in Bristol the other day. He turned up late to miss you, and he was devastated. Like, he went and bought like all of your t-shirts and just felt horrible.
Aww.
And
we were on very early on this tour, especially in the UK. It's been shit.
Yeah.
Due to early curfews and stuff.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Not your fault.
No, I'm going to make him very jealous. But yeah, the robbery, obviously, when we heard about it, like, everyone was completely outraged. And like, how badly did that leave you? Like, you know, was it a massive blow, or have you recovered?
We have not recovered. It was a massive blow. That's all I can say, really. They stole the entire sum of fees that we had for 33 shows of this tour as a support, as an opening band on this tour, which apparently is just really crushed us. Like, we were at the point where we thought we would have to abort the tour because we all get back from this tour having to pay rent and bills, and you know, we just have to count on some kind of payout in order to do that, and now there's just nothing. Everyone owes the band money, which is bullshit. However, we have started a call to donate, and lots of people have been doing so, and I'm very positively surprised how many devoted fans we seem to have all over the world. There are people from Brazil and Korea donating money, and I don't have delusions about getting anywhere close to getting the money that was stolen back. But everything helps at this point, and it seems like a lot of people who pre-order our new album directly from us through pelagicrecords.com, my label, they're almost 90% of them are donating $5, which helps, you know, in the end. If you have a couple hundred pre-orders, that's something. That's not the $6,000 we lost, but it's something. And in the end, we decided to continue this tour, and we're doing Anathema after this too, and we'll just take it from day to day right now, basically, and see what happens, and and see where we get at the end of it.